Good evening, friends. This is time for the trade plan for 11th of March 2020. Today we had a holiday for Mahashivratri. And first of all, best wishes to everybody for the festival. And you have a very happy Shivratri. Now let's see what the S&P 500 is doing right now. S&P 500 is almost touching record highs, and that way that has led the SGX Nifty, Singapore Nifty, also almost at new highs. You will hit new highs tomorrow morning. In fact, I think SGX Nifty has hit previous highs, so that way things look fairly cheerful. And like we had explained that the market looks like it's heading into some sort of a large uptrend. That has worked, but unfortunately, if you are not long on the index, uh, it's likely that you will open fairly, with a very high gap up. So that probably spoils the intraday trade if you'd like. Let's have a look at the Nifty daily chart first. So on the daily, what you can see here is some sort of a rounding bottom which is getting made, plus you can see repeatedly this 20-day moving average was hit here. Now whenever there is this 20 DMA halt, you generally get an upside. Now this is the easy part of the analysis. What is a bit more difficult is how to enter this sort of an uptrend after 200-point move. While we're on the topic, let's have a look at what sort of a weekly chart is developing. Tomorrow is the last day of the week. You can see here, this is the budget move. Then you had 2 weeks of correction. Now that budget correction is getting over. So the way you want to deal with this is the 15-minute chart. Now chances are that you open at previous highs. Now if you open here, your breakout zone is about 15,250, 300. So at some point, maybe tomorrow or Monday, etc., what you should expect is that you come back to these levels and test this breakout zone before moving forward. See, there is a 16,000 target, but that target will not come in one move. You will have back and forth action. So like I keep saying, that this is your Donchen channel, and what you want is the price to come back to its 20 for a nice trading opportunity. Okay, so do not buy this 200-point gap up. Wait and see. As far as our clients go, we have carried home TCS, Hindustan Unilever, Tata Steel, and Hindalco. A bit heavy on the metal side because the dollar index is starting to come off, and that is leading all of these commodity prices higher. While we're on the topic, let's just have a quick look on the US 10-year uh, bond yield. This 10-year bond yield is right now at 1.54. It has cooled off a bit, but still remains in a fairly strong uptrend. If you have a look at the dollar index, the dollar index has retreated from the highest levels right now at about 91.5. Still, not too weak, but both these bond yield and dollar index is not raging now. It was raging earlier. So that way, on the Nifty, tomorrow's pivot is 15,164. R1 is 15,228. R2 is 15,282. R3 is 15,346. You are going to open beyond even the R3. So there is no question of buying. The bank Nifty probably is going to give you a bit more opportunity. Let's have a look at that. So the trade on the Nifty is you buy in this 15,250, 300 zone, keep a 15,200 stop, and then look for a resumption of the rally. We will reconsider tomorrow what happens based on price action. Well, the bank Nifty, again, this coil is now resolving on the upside, and my sense is tomorrow we could close above this upper trend line where the breakout level right now is, I think, I would use the breakout zone as 36, 450, 500. Beyond that, you should see an upside with upside which could get to 40,000. So, basically very simple calculation, 37.5 minus 2,500 points, add 2,500 on top of 37,500 and you'll get your 40,000 target. Again, how do you enter this thing? You will gap up way beyond these levels, and what you have to do is just put a Donchian and a 20 period average, and as and when you come back to this 20 period, that would set up a trade. Tomorrow, call premiums will be very, very high. So try to avoid doing calls. Tomorrow there will be limited opportunity for the day trader, and that he has to accept and go in. The issue with, while everybody knew there will be a breakout, but the issue with, trying to, take call positions home is that if the call does not move for 2 to 3 sessions, then you get into trouble because the option premiums tend to vanish. So you have to participate post the breakout only, particularly on weekly options. And there is no harm in that, because by preempting breakouts, you will tend to lose much more money than after a clear breakout. So we had given calls on swing calls on financials. So for those who have them, would be benefiting tomorrow. Those were things you could do ahead of time. So that way we've gone on to add, SIPs into our portfolio, and that portfolio will also likely move to fresh highs. So on the bank Nifty, what you want to do is you want to trade a pullback back into this 36,500 zone if we open higher than this, and then try to go on the upside. 36,000 will now be a nice stop. So if you buy at near say 36,500 thereabouts, maybe you can use a 36,300 as a stop based on price action, and immediate target could be 37,200, etc. But if we are going to open way beyond on R3, even on the bank Nifty, which is about 36,567, then opportunities will again be limited. But what you basically have to do is wait for the bank Nifty to come to the upper end of this zone of breakout, and that zone of breakout is this level of 36,500. It may not come tomorrow, it may come on Monday, etc. But the expansion will surely begin tomorrow, and post that, it's more of a timing issue. This holiday today has created a huge issue, because otherwise you would have had opportunity to enter the market at a much lower price. So I guess that should be it. And the next 2 weeks on Indian and global markets seem to be very cheerful, unlike the 2 weeks we've just had. And basically this correction started from 15th of February, almost 15th of March. This has been a 1 month correction, and now you are going to get a resumption of the bullish market again. The warning is, do not try to chase the gap up. Wait for a cool off. Things do cool off often. As I keep saying, that whatever the market does on a 15-minute chart, every 2 to 3 hours it comes back to touch your 20 period average, and that gives you a nice entry point from a very short term type angle. For the positional or the swing trader, the market already has turned. So the idea there should have been that this sort of consolidation should have allowed you to buy on the upside. It is for the very short term and option trader type of people that they have to do further timing. Otherwise, it was quite clear on what the market is doing. You can draw this little trend line, and this is making some kind of an ascending triangle. Again, let me mention again that this was the place where this rally started. not here. So people should remember that people who entered long here are now sitting on this level of profit. So here there will be profit booking as well. So look out for that profit booking and enter when that profit booking ends. So that should be it for the moment. Take care, trade well, and please consult your financial advisor.